basically, Apple are now letting you shop directly in augmented reality, so you can point your camera at something, and it will say, "Oh, this is a bike of this color," and da da da. You can use the app to sort of get AI and AR on your purchases, I guess. I think I would use the G word, i.e. gimmick, for this one, because, yeah. How many of you actually use it?
Sorry, what is this meant to do? What is it meant to give you?
So, quick
prices on items or something?
This doesn't look like it be a gimmick. This looks like something that'd be useful. You know, you go into a shop, you see something you like, and you get your phone out, you scan it. Yeah, it takes you seconds, and it like instantly brings you up to like a web page to buy. Like it instantly takes you to the store to buy. It'll probably be cheaper online.
Yeah, but then it's going to be like a whole bunch of people going to stores to leave the store and buy it somewhere else.
Yeah, it's kind of what stores are now, aren't they?
Yeah, fair point.
Isn't the whole point of like you go to the shop now just to actually like see the product and all that, but then you really think to yourself, oh, actually, let me check Amazon. Oh, I am right. You know, it's £10 cheaper on Amazon. Yeah, so I'll just order it on Amazon.
That's true, because Amazon beats most of the high street prices, doesn't it? So you're not really. Obviously, you get discounts on the high streets that you don't get on Amazon, like the discounts that are in Debenhams, for example. Fuck me, dude. In the high street, like it was an outrageous discount, no lie. But yeah, online you don't get that. But so yeah, that's the only thing you miss out on. Other than that, you have the convenience. You get it cheaper overall, I guess, in most cases. Next day delivery. What more could you ask for? You don't have to piss about like doing things during the day. You can just sit on your ass and have shit delivered. It's wicked.
I do feel like shops have just became like some sort of like 3D billboards.
Yeah, essentially. They're like window shopping now, ain't they?
Advertising, yeah.
And there is it's funny. Sorry, it's funny you say that because some companies are growing aware to that now. Like take Bose for example. I read an article about that. I think it was an article, or yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. They have made the decision to close all of their retail stores. I'm not, or at least a big handful of them. I'm not sure if it's all of them because I know some of them in the UK and stuff. Like they still get a lot of customers, but other than that, like. It doesn't shock me because, you know, when I went out to America, I saw a Bose outlet store and they had all their new stuff out, but there wasn't a single person in there. You know, because all of their customers do their shopping online, and then if they don't like it, they return it, and they don't have to go to all the effort of, like, going out and getting it, you know? So, yeah, I think shops and stores are slowly dying out completely. It's like, I think there's always going to be, like grocery stores and stuff, but other than that, it's you know, restaurants, shit like that. But in terms of just stores for general, you know, just for like entertainment products and all of that, it's just like you do all of that online for the most part now, don't you?
But I think there's something to be said to actually, like, you know, when you're saying it's basically stores are kind of demos for then going away and buying it online. There's some, like audio equipment, for example, you can't test that by looking at the website. So
that's very true.
There's always going to be a place for that. Like bicycles, for example, you can't just look at the picture and go, yeah, looks good, buy two. You want to go there and like see if the weight's good or if it's built well or not. Some things like.
Yeah, but there's no financial incentive for companies to provide somewhere for you just to look at their products, then buy it from a different online store.
Yeah, coming back to what I said about Bose, they closed the entire retail store footprint in North America, Europe, Japan, and Australia. And their reasoning for that is because their headphones, speakers, and other products are increasingly purchased through e-commerce. That was their reasoning. Hundreds of employees will be laid off as a result. So it's all, you know, they're making a lot more money online, and you know, they can make even more money if they close all the stores and just get rid of the employees. So they don't have to pay them, you know. So I think what Chris is saying about what was it you said about it? About it being like a demo, stores being like a demo for buying stuff online in most cases. Like, I think that's supported a little bit by this as well. But yeah, more people are buying their stuff online, probably without even testing some of it. Like all the stuff I bought from Bose, I got to test before I bought it. So it's like it is a little bit scary to me though, that people might just be buying it without even really seeing if they like them first. Just like headphones and speakers, that's a dangerous game.
I mean, you can just buy it and then return it, without.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, it's like there's a convenience. Like Amazon does. Like Adam, and that I returned that microphone.
Yeah.
You got the refund. Like fucking, you got that within an hour of me returning it. Like having it scanned in at the post office because you messaged me and said cheers. I was like, what the fuck? That was so quick.
Wow, within an hour, geez.
Yeah, dude. Seriously, yeah. It was that quick. I just couldn't believe it.
Because they've now got like you do a refund request and it goes into a QR code, and it's linked to your account and everything like that. So they literally scan it at the return center and bang, you've got it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing. But yeah, I mean, it's a smart move by Bose, I would say. To do something like that, because for the most part, you've got, places like PC World and, airports and things like that to kind of do the demoing for them. So it makes sense. But
airports.
Yeah, airports. That's where they have it most of the time, because that's kind of the main reason why people buy them.
What do they have in airports? Sorry.
Bose headphones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, they have them pretty much everywhere.
Because they have
all
that
over
like
airports.
they have that like setup where you basically sit next to a fake airplane window, and it plays like the whirring of the engines, and then you put the noise cancelling on, and then it will sort of demo it.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't seen anything like that in the airport we go to, so perhaps that's just like some fancy shit that you've seen somewhere. I've never seen that though. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, that's just in Auckland Airport. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I get the real thing anyway, because I have a pair of the QC35s, so I've been on a plane with them, and they do, they work very well. Wouldn't go on a plane without them now.
Same. So, yeah. So back to the.
After jerking off Bose for about 15 minutes.
Sony's better though. What? No, kidding.
I would say I think it's a cool feature, but I don't think it's anything new.
No,
I don't think it's anything new. I think it's a pretty old.
Do you know what? Oh, sorry. Go on.
I think it's a very old feature that's just basically being put into Apple Pay, and maybe it is a quick way to. I'm guessing. You just look at the product, you tap it, and then it just purchases it for you through Apple Pay. I think that's a really cool move, but I guess at the same time, it only makes sense in certain shops as opposed to, I don't know, going to the supermarket and then just, scanning an item. Yeah, bought it. I haven't nicked it, I swear.
That's the thing. Let's keep in mind. Adam, I think it was you that said this looks like a bit of a gimmick, and I do agree with you a little bit on that one, because everyone's going to see this when it's advertised, and they'll think, oh yeah, I'll use something like that all the time. But will they? Will they really? Probably not. And as you said, Dalek, there's only certain stores that are actually going to accept this. How likely is it that you're always going to be coming across stores that have it? Especially if it's only in sort of niche areas. I doubt it would ever come to a grocery store. Well, it might. We'll see. But at the minute, it's not for things like that, from what I can gather. So, is it just sort of this feature that's been thrown out there to make it look like this fancy, cool thing, just to get it to sell more? And then is it just going to be one of those things that just sort of becomes a little bit redundant? Samsung Pay now, it's weird, they've changed it and it doesn't work the same way, and I don't even use it anymore. So, that's all it takes. It's as soon as it reaches its point where it becomes I could probably live without it, to be honest. Not worth the effort.
I can sort of see this augmented reality working very well in if you were buying furniture, let's say, and there was a button on Amazon that said, "See how this looks in your house," and it would have like a 2-scale model that would then translate onto your phone, so you could actually move the sofa and see if it would like fit in. I can definitely
really sick.
Yeah, and in like the real estate game as well, if you can sort of tour a house, I know we're getting to a bit like virtual reality kind of thing, but I definitely do think this has like practical implementations that it could be used for, i.e. can it fit in my house, or how will it look like next to this and that. I think there's a massive case for that, but as I'm now talking about it, I'm actually changing my mind quite a bit. I don't think this is actually as much of a gimmick as it could be. Granted, there's going to be a lot of times where it's like you don't need augmented reality to see if, like, I don't know, that cabinet is going to fit there. You know the answer to that, and I suppose it's tricky to sort of see where am I going with this, to see how this would be and have a negative impact. And the fact that they're saying you can browse in augmented reality, that means you can almost have like a virtual store.
That does sound kind of sick, to be fair.
So if you're looking for a car, right, and you walk around a car showroom in AR to see what it looks like on your driveway, I mean, you could get there.
That would be pretty sick.
Yeah. I think
We're
that's
in the future.
Mm-hmm. What?
Just the future is now.
The future is now, and so is the end of the podcast. I think we've had some pretty fluid conversation, which has been good. There hasn't been much dead air this week compared to last week, which was an absolute shambles in a good way, in a funny way. Episode 11 is complete. So, any sort of off-topic conversation you want to talk about? Any other tech stories? Anything you want to mention? Don't all speak at once.
Nothing from me, personally, I don't think.
Cool.
No, nothing from me.
In that case, thank you very much for listening. This has been episode 11. I've been Adam. I've had Taylor, Chris, and Dalek join me for Caught in the Web. I'll see you guys next week.
Goodbye.